Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we are opening up the Streets of New Capenna Commander decks. This is Maestros Massacre. Probably some vampires in here. So let's open it up and see what we've got amongst all this packaging. Okie dokie. Got our handy dandy box. And that is a 2-card collector booster sample pack. So far I've had varied results out of this. Hadn't pulled anything phenomenal out of it. You would think that they would, when they made these, they would make them super juiced so that you would want to go out and buy the expensive packs. But so far that hasn't happened. I've opened 2. Let's see what we get. Let's see. Of course, we got to make new friends every Friday night. Get that ad card in there. We got a Jenny Faye showcase, and then we have a Corpse Appraiser. That's the exact same foil showcase I got in the last deck. And if you'll notice, that Corpse Appraiser is off-center, just like the last one was. No, the last one wasn't off-center. Anyway, oh well. Randomness happens. Let's look in here and see what we got. We got on Halo. I'm guessing that's how we pronounce it. I don't know. They just be making up words and not telling us how to pronounce them and just seeing what we come up with, I think. On Halo the Painter. Vampire Assassin. Death Touch. The first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn has casualty 2. Yeah, every one of these families has a new ability. Wow. Is that Parnessi or Parnese? Parness? I don't know. The subtle brush. So apparently we have a painter. A vampire wizard painter. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that ability or spell unless they pay 5 or 4 life. Okay. Whenever you copy a spell, up to 1 target opponent may also copy that spell. They can choose new targets. So they don't have to. Whenever you copy a spell, the opponent may. So I'm having trouble. Now, if you could force it, that seems like it would be awesome. But you can't force it. They may. I don't know. Let's have a little chat. Cormella, Maestro's Charm, and Maestro's Theater are the cards from New Capenna proper. And then we get into our reprints. Deep Analysis, Factor Fiction, Frantic Surge. But we're drawing some cards, ain't we? Ponder, Preordain. This is some card draw. Talrand's at Invocation. Feed the Swarm. That's not bad. Rite of the Raging Storm. I like that little 5/1 elemental token that you just pass around the table. Everybody gets it. It's a good way in a big game of like saying you're done. You just pass them the token. Goblin Electromancer. There's the Arcane Signet Commander Sphere. Demir Signet. Felwar Stone. Always glad to see Felwar Stone. Is it Signet? And now some new stuff. Extravagant Replication. I already like it. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of another non-land permanent you control. Hello. Just at the beginning of your upkeep. Paradox Haze is a blue enchantment that says you get an extra upkeep. So if you cast this, and then you cast Paradox Haze, at the beginning of your upkeep, you make a copy of the Paradox Haze. You don't get infinite upkeeps that way, do you? No, because you've already passed the beginning. Okay. But either way, you could still, in a couple of turns, have, a ridiculous amount of copies. That's neat. I'm going to do that somehow, some way. I won't win with it, but I'm going to do it. Flawless Forgery. 4 mana, casualty 3. What is casualty? Okay, as you cast the spell, you may sack a creature, power 3 or more. When you do, copy this. Okay. So you're sacking creatures to copy spells. Gotcha. Exile target instant sorcery. Okay, I'm over it. Sinister Concierge. I mean, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines of text on this 2/1. Body count. It has a spectacle cost. There's a random ability from years past. Draw a card for each creature that died under your control this turn. Okay. What about the Dogged Detective? That looks like somebody off of Dick Tracy. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 2. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you may return this from the yard to your hand. We'll make an example. 4 mana. Each opponent separates the creatures they control into 2 piles. For each opponent, you choose one of their piles, and they sacrifice all the creatures in the chosen pile. Nice. Waste Management. Not a lawsuit coming there. For 3 mana. Oh, it's got kicker. They did say that this commander set had more old recurring abilities than ever. Exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard if the spell is kicked instead. How about Xander's Pact? I think Xander's the only legend that I did not pull. That's okay, though. Each opponent exiles a top card of their library. You may cast spells from among those cards this turn. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. So you don't actually have to pay for it. Well, of course not. It's your opponent's. Yeah. Audacious Swap. Determined Iteration. The Spellbinding Soprano. Tony ain't gonna have no part of this. Whenever Spellbinding Soprano attacks, its first spells you cast this turn cost 1 less. Okay. Cryptic Pursuit. Ooh, let's look at the Confluence. Maestros Confluence. Of course, choose 3. Return a monocolor instant or sorcery card from your yard to your hand. Target creature gets -3/-3. Goad each creature target player controls. It's 6 mana. I don't know about this one. I like the ability to goad 3 different players. I like that, but is that 6 mana, 3 colors good? I don't know. Syrinx, Carrier of the Flame. I believe they printed this card to shut me up. Every set that has come out for the past 5 or 6 years, I have asked why there was no legendary Phoenix. Folks, we got it. 4 mana, legendary Phoenix, Flying Haste. At the beginning of each instep, if a creature card left your graveyard, because that's what Phoenixes do, target Phoenix you control deals damage equal to its power to any target. Whenever another Phoenix you control dies, you may cast this from your graveyard. So you never have to put it back in the command zone if you don't want to and pay the commander tax. Because most of your Phoenixes are going to die. I have this deck almost finished. Smuggler's Buggy. Hideaway 4. Deals combat damage. Clone Legion. We're into some reprints, it looks like. Clone Legion. Dig Through Time. Drawn from Dreams. Ooh, there's a Mystic Confluence. That's a good reprint. River's Rebuke. Zender Split's Judgment. I'm about to read this one. For each player, choose friend or foe. Each friend makes a token that's a copy of a creature they control. Each foe bounces a creature. Okay. Army of the Damned. Blood-Soaked Champion. Dread Pact. I'm sorry, Damnable Pact, Dread Summons, Hex. I like that Hex. Puppeteer Click, Reign of the Pit. Okay. Sever the Bloodline in Commander. I'm proud to see I'm not the only one that builds with this. Tokens can be a problem. Skyclave Shade, Woe Strider, Chain Reaction, Double Vision. Double Vision, yeah. Rekindling Phoenix is a good one. Squee the Immortal. Hey, there's my Bedevil I was looking for today. Call the Skybreaker. Ooh, Kess Dissident Mage. I was looking for that for one of these decks too. Mimic Vat, Twinning Staff, and then our rare land block, Cascade Bluffs, Choked Estuary, Darkwater Catacombs, Exotic Orchard, Foreboding Ruins, Shadowblood Ridge, Smoldering Marsh, Sunken Hollow, Temple of Epiphany. Always good to see Lightning Greaves, right? Rakdos Signet, Soul Ring. I like that art for Wayfarer's Bauble. That's kind of neat. Ash Barrens, Command Tower, Crumbling Necropolis, Grix Panorama. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought of these, because I've been using panoramas in all of the pre-built decks I have. Myriad Landscape, Path of Ancestry, the 3 thriving lands, the Bluff, Isle, and more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 islands. 2, 3, 4, 5 swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains. And then, of course, one of each of the fancy lands to wet your whistle, so you want to go get more. A thick cardstock on the Face Commander on Halo. Some tokens, goats, drakes, that Lightning Eraser token, Elementals, Demon. There's a lot. Manifest. And then the token sheet that is specific to this particular commander deck. And then the what to do on your turn. And that is this particular deck. I thank y'all for watching, and we're going to keep rolling. Be sure and look out for the other 4 that are out there. We'll see you next time.